There are just a few little tidbits of information that I would like to share with you about the West River Redevelopment Project. So this neighborhood includes approximately 150 acres of land along the western banks of the Hillsborough River. Opening up the river is going to serve as a recreational waterway where families from neighborhoods at all income levels will be able to access and enjoy the river. Upon completion, the West River community will provide 1,240 market rate multi-housing units, 96 for sale townhomes, and 842 affordable multi-housing units for families and seniors. And so we're really very excited about all the housing potential that is on this site. In addition to all those home units, the site will also provide 90,000 square feet of retail and 70,000 square feet of office space. So you're joining us here this morning for the first of 3 groundbreakings that we're going to be having on the site this year. This is for the Renaissance at West River. It's our first construction on the site and will be the gateway for the West River development. And upon completion, it will provide 160 affordable housing units for seniors in this area. And again, we have 3 other groundbreakings this year, and we have a 4th building in the lot that's right behind us here, or right behind me, that is pending funding. So we're moving along at a very rapid pace, and we're very happy about that. So at this time, I would like to call forward for our invocation, Reverend Greg Gray, pastor of Mount Olive AME Church.
Let us pray. God of grace and God of glory, we come this morning to say thank you. We thank you for this redevelopment here on this property. We ask now, oh God, that the entities that have come together to collaborate this effort, Lord, that you would bless them in a mighty way, that the folks that were here, oh God, would be able to come back and stay in an affordable house. We ask now, oh God, that everything will be done decent and in order. We pray blessings over this project, that when it does begin, that there will be no issues, no problems, no funding problems, but God, that it will be done decent and in order. And we ask that your spirit will be present here on this hallowed ground. We ask this in your name. Amen. Amen.
Now, if everyone would please stand and join in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, I would like to call to the podium the Honorable Bob Buckhorn, Mayor of the City of Tampa.
Good morning. This is a day that has been a long time coming. This is a weekend, I think, when we get to celebrate the beginning of the transformation of historic West Tampa, of North Hyde Park, the beginning of the West River project. This weekend alone, we're going to break ground on this project, and we're going to open up Julian B. Lane Riverfront Park tomorrow morning, which is a 25-acre investment in the future of West Tampa. All of you are invited. The State of the City is tomorrow at 9:30, and there will be activities throughout Saturday and Sunday. And for all, how many mothers are in the audience? Okay, on Mother's Day, the Florida Orchestra is going to be playing in the evening along with fireworks on Friday night and Saturday night. And just for the record, and I told my wife this morning, honey, I haven't been around for a little while, but I built you a park for Mother's Day. So for all the mothers, happy Mother's Day. Most expensive Mother's Day present you ever got. But you know, this is an exciting day, and this is a day that has been a long time coming. Leroy and Jerome and I started this conversation probably 5 years ago, guys. We've been through the ups and downs of the choice neighborhood process. We've been through the ups and downs of the development process and the planning process and the community involvement process. But we are in the midst of what I think is the most significant transformation of West Tampa that has ever occurred. A neighborhood that has been living in the shadows for quite some time, but a neighborhood that now has burst onto the public scene as a place of hope and a place of destiny and an opportunity for us to rebuild a community and, by extension, rebuild the lives of the people that lived here. For years, this was a challenging neighborhood. We all understand what we are embarking on today and what will happen in this West River development will allow the people who have lived here for generations to come back to a neighborhood that is safer, to housing that is better, to a place where their kids stand a fighting chance to succeed. This will be a place that we are proud of. This will be a community that we will hold up as a model of a public-private partnership. This will be a mixed-use neighborhood. This will be flourishing with retail that used to exist on Main Street in Howard and Armenia. This will be a place where I don't have to come here on a Sunday afternoon at 12 o'clock to see that a 4-year-old has been shot. I'm not doing it. Those kids don't deserve it. They deserve the best that we can give to them. That is exactly what the Housing Authority is doing here, and in conjunction with the property that we own on the other side of the schools. And let there be no mistake, I know these urban legends exist. The schools will remain. They're not going anywhere. They will be part of this community for as long as the school board chooses to keep them there. But I want you to just close your eyes. I'm only going to be the mayor for less than a year. But I want you to think 5 years down the road. I want you to think about what this neighborhood will look like. I want you to think about how it will be connected to downtown. I want you to think about those children that will now have a safe place to play and a park to go play in that's not dangerous and dark and outdated, and a river that they can enjoy for the first time. I want you to think about what we are embarking on today. We're not just changing the neighborhood, we're changing lives and impacting lives. That's what we're doing today. Now, I may not get to the finish line, but I'm glad I was here when it started. This is important. This matters. It's not about the bricks and the mortar. It's about changing lives. And we are about to change some lives, and by extension, change a neighborhood. Congratulations. I couldn't ask for better partners in the Tampa Housing Authority. Now let's go get some dirt dug, and let's go get this thing done.
Thank you, Mayor Buckhorn. And now we'll have a few remarks from Alicia Scott Ford with the Housing and Urban Development Office.
Good morning. Good morning. This is certainly a very important and great day in the life of this community. Let's give the Housing Authority and all of the leaders of this organization a great big hand, because they have done an astounding and outstanding job. And I get the opportunity to see this kind of work all over the country, and I can attest that there is not a better housing authority than the Tampa Housing Authority under the leadership of these great and wonderful people. Yes, you can give that another great big round of applause. This is certainly a very important day. Just the fact of new construction, groundbreaking. And as the mayor said, this is not just about the brick and mortar, but this is about lives. So this is new construction and the beginning of new construction for new life for the people who will live here. New relationships, new opportunity. This will be new construction for new hope for the young children that will live here and get role models and have a better place to live with opportunities to see people working and going to school in a new environment. So this is a very important day, not just for the lives of the people here, but for all of you to see a better community in Tampa. This creates new hope for a better life for young children. This is an opportunity for them to expand their horizons and to see more positive things in their community. It's nothing like being in a desolate community where you don't see positive energy and positive people, where you see people who are downtrodden and don't have any new perspectives on life. But as the mayor said, just close our eyes and envision for a moment young children playing in a beautiful playground, people upbeat and optimistic about their chances in life. One of our secretaries said that a person's zip code should not determine the end product of their lives. So this place on the river gives us all a greater outlook on the things of the future. New construction beyond the brick and mortar, but new construction also for new relationships, because HUD right now is advocating for Section 3 that will give the people that live in this community opportunities to do construction, opportunities to be subcontractors on the funds that will go in this development. Thank you for new hope, new life, and new construction beyond the brick and mortar. Have a wonderful day, and may the peace of God be with all of you.
Thank you so much. And now I'll call to the podium James Field, President of Bank of America CDC.
Thank you very much. I guess if you're paying attention to your trusty little program, you notice that I'm not Bill Gatey. But we decided, Bill and I talked, and we decided it might be worth a minute just to explain how we fit together. Bill and his local team here for Bank of America really cover everything from a local perspective, and you've got experts in all different kinds of all different parts of the bank. What you may not be aware of is he has the ability to call on people like BACDC if you've got a unique local opportunity, and that's truly what West River is. I think we talked with the mayor, 3 or 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, and came and looked at the site and thought, this is a beautiful opportunity to reconnect the street grid, bring this community back into the fold in West Tampa, capitalize on the river and all of the great physical assets that are available here in the community. And we started trying to work our way through figuring out how we could be a part of it. For those of you that don't know, Bank of America CDC is a for-profit, public-purpose real estate development company that focuses on catalytic redevelopment of sites like this. And so we saw the potential and we saw the opportunity, and we were very happy to be able to work with a partner like THA to have a small part in making this happen. One of the things that makes us so attractive to us is we've got a track record of working with THA of being able to build mixed income, mixed use properties that allow the residents of public housing to move back. There's nothing that makes you feel better than to see a public housing resident that moves back into a community that's head and shoulders above anything they've ever had available to them. And that's probably the thing that has really kept us attracted to and pursuing more opportunities with THA. It's great to be able to be a part of this, and it's great to do the work, but you can't do it alone. If you're going to build new real estate and you're going to make it affordable to people who don't earn a lot of money, who are formerly public housing or are public housing residents, you need some help. And so I'd like to thank all of our public sector partners that helped us piece together the financing. I think you've heard about Freddie Mac and JLL Capital Markets, who's our permanent lender. The Housing Finance Agency, hang on just a second, I got to get my notes here. The Tampa Housing Authority provided a lot of financing. The Hillsborough County Housing Finance Agency and Seltzer Management, and of course the city. We couldn't do anything without the city. And so that gets us the financing we need. It'll get us started. And then, I'd like to thank our development team. Baker Barrios Architects is a firm we've worked with on a number of occasions. I think if you look at the renderings, you'll see that this is a quality housing property that would be proud to be in any neighborhood. And we thank them for their design work. THA is our co-developer on the site, and DPR, our general contractor. We're really looking forward to working with them. And then I'd like to recognize the members of my team who are actually going to have to do all the work to make this happen. it wouldn't work without all these people spending every day trying to make it work. 100 things come our way that tell us we've got to stop, and it's their job to make those 100 things go away. So thank you very much to my team. Appreciate the opportunity to talk with you a little bit today, and we're really looking forward to getting this whole thing started.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fields, and we certainly do appreciate your partnership and your contributions to this project. Now I'd ask Mary Sturks, a former senior resident, to please come forward.
Good morning. Good morning. I want to take this opportunity to say it is a pleasure to be here this morning for the groundbreaking of the Renaissance. I moved here in 2008 in Mary Bethune High Rise and was relocated in 2016. Today I'm here to welcome the changes that Tampa Housing Authority and the City of Tampa are making to this area. As a previous resident of Bethune High Rise, I, along with other residents, will be given the opportunity to be the first resident to come back. I look forward to a new and improved community. Thank you for what you are doing to make this area a better place to live.
Thank you so much. And now last, but certainly not least, I would invite Jerome Ryans, President and CEO of the Tampa Housing Authority, to the podium.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. You know, I was just sitting there and I was just thinking about when we first got here about 20 years ago, Leroy and myself and others, we walked around this neighborhood and we kept saying to ourselves, we could do better. We could do better for the property itself, and also we could do better for the people that are living here. And here comes Bob Buckhorn, who was thinking the same way. And I want him to know how much we appreciate your commitment and your support. You can't do these projects without having the support of your local officials, especially the city, the county, and others. It has been a long time, you know, for us to get where we are today. But you know what? What's important about this is that even though it was long, it was worth every minute of the day to make this happen. And first and foremost, I want to thank my board of commissioners. Our commissioners, please stand. I want you all to see these guys because they make all the difference in the world. I mean, they make our job easier. They're committed. They want to make a difference in our communities. I want the staff to stand too for the Tampa Housing Authority, because these are the worker bees. These are the people that really make it go. And I want to thank all of our partners, especially Bank of America and the Housing Finance Authority and others. But I'm going to tell you a quick story, and I'm going to sit down because I promised I wouldn't be long, because I know it's kind of warm out here. I promised I wouldn't be long. But about a few weeks ago, I happened to have a conversation with my grandson. And he's between the age of 8, 9, or 10. You know, as you get older, you can't remember their names. Sometimes you can't remember their birthdays and all of it. They have a way of reminding you of birthdays and Christmas time. They'll call you on the phone. So I happened to be talking to him on the phone, and he was asking me. He's a very inquisitive kid. He was asking me a very poignant question. He calls me Pawpaw. He says, "Pawpaw, what do you do?" And I spent about 20 or 30 minutes trying to tell him what I actually did. He just got real quiet on the phone. And then finally he just simply said, kids can make things so simple. So you build houses for people to live in. I had to think about that. Now I spent 25 minutes trying to explain to him, and he simplified in a very few words. You know, it's amazing what kids can do and say. You know, and I said to myself, you know, it's all while I'm trying to figure out how can I explain to him, you know, all the things that we do and all of that. He just got it down to its simplest terms. It just tells you a lot about our young people, how smart they are today. But again, I want to thank everybody for being here. This has really been an opportunity for us to make a difference, not only in this community, but throughout this city. Now, Encore is the first leg of the stool. The second leg is West River. And the third leg will be Robles Park. That's important. The same things that we're doing here at this development here, we're going to do the same thing at Robles Park. It's important to us to make a difference throughout this community. We try to do all we could with the dollars that we have. We've been real fortunate that we've had HUD over here who's been very, very supportive and helpful in getting us where we need to be. We've had the city over here. I don't know what I would have done without this mayor here, because there were days that we sit around the office and scratched our heads and say, how are we going to get this done? Pick up the phone, call the mayor. He said, don't worry about it. We'll get it taken care of. That's the kind of support you need in any community to make a difference. Transforming this community has been a godsend for us, and we're going to make a difference in this community. When we finish this community, I don't know when. I'm kind of like the pastor's office say. They said in closing remarks, and they say it 3 or 4 times before they get there. In closing, I want to simply say to you that thank you for the work that you do. Oh, by the way, I don't want to miss the residents over. I see a group of residents sitting over there. Please stand up. I want to acknowledge them. Because without their support and their help, we wouldn't be here today. Thank you so very, very much. Again, thank you for being here, and let's get about the business of turning some dirt and getting this project done. Thank you. I promise you that wouldn't take long.
Well, he promised me he'd be brief, and so that was brief for Jerome Ryan, so thank you. We have, I would like to ask, we do have a videographer here who is recording this for posterity, so I would like to ask our partners, Bank of America, CDC, Bank of America, City of Tampa, the HUD official, Housing and Finance Authority of Hillsborough County, Florida Housing Finance Corporation, Baker Barrios Architects, DPR Construction, and Cardno Engineers. Those representatives from those entities, please kind of come around here to give brief statements to our videographer. So that concludes our official program for this morning, and as I said, this is the first of 3 groundbreakings this year. So I thank you all again for your attendance this morning, and I look forward to seeing you twice more before 2018 is over, and I wish you all a very great day.